Hello, 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 everybody. Hope you guys are all doing great this evening. Let me get to it. Congratulations to Brio with the first, Azure with the second, also the check-in with Brio, third for Kilos, and Roku and Sid for the daily check-in. How's everybody doing? Wah! Here I am. So, worry not, guys. My inconsistencies are approaching their end as I almost done with Cyberpunk. See, this is why it's dangerous for me to like get into certain things, is because I hyper focus, and I feel like this is. I could have streamed it, but I've already streamed it in the past, and I wouldn't get anything else done. And for context, I'm about 80 hours into my Cyberpunk character, which in itself would have been a lot of streams, right? So I think for some cases, sometimes you just want to play something that is off stream, rather than like, you know, having everything be on stream. And it's been a really cool experience. During the process, why 2 classes have been deleted from the college's site board. Ooh. Does it, like, affect you? Or what's going on? Yeah, I think if I lock in, I can probably finish Cyberpunk before next stream. And after that, we should be all locked into whatever's coming. Let's see. They're gonna, if they're gone pre-test and all, they can't penalize me for not doing them, right? Okay, so they're specifically, you know, revolve around stuff that you do. Gotcha. And I was just wondering if, like, 2 classes are, like, something that you noticed for somebody else or not. Dun, 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 dun. Also, Fire Force is officially over now, the anime as well. Thus, spoiler alert, full confirmation 100% linked over to Soul Eater, which is pretty sick. I don't really talk to any of other students in my course, so I don't know. Also, today's a holiday. Ooh. You're not ending with Hibana is a fucking travesty. That is fair. That is a fair opinion. I get that. I get that. And I understand such sentiment. You drink some more tea. But it's very cool because apparently, looks like they ended off the entire series with a Soul Eater ending, which is, I think, really cool. It's cool that there is a decently good ending to an anime in our current day and age, when apparently every single anime so far or manga series has just been eating shit with their endings. So the line is that the other girls won't be like, how did you meet mom? Well, she was being a big bitch, so I decked her square in the face full blast. Yeah, afterward, not even just deck. Wait, did he punch her? I forgot. Didn't he kick her in the face? Or was that the one time he actually punched? I remember the punch. If there was more, I forgot. So it looks like, from what I am understanding, Hibana is more like, they're explaining it as more like she's a fangirl, you know? Like she's an individual, like, reading from a book and being in love with the main character kind of thing. Like, being in love with the character that you're reading, you know, like an Oshi. You know what I mean? In VTuber terms, or like idol culture terms. Which is one way to do it. I don't hate it. Bam. I can fully understand the opinion. I too think he literally says Oshi. I didn't actually. I only saw it muted, but I think that's one of those things where it's like I can get it. Like, it's not something that I'd be super pissed about. I do also find her among the most attractive characters. Next to, what was her name? Maki. Those two are goated. In my opinion. So, I'm sure you guys are probably a little bit interested in what I'm saying with like what Pokemon I'm playing. So, as follows, right now in Pokemon Black and White, the issue that remains is there's not much else to do. Other than just, to my knowledge, I think we can maybe get... What is it? Genesect. Oh, it's an event? Wait. You can get it through a DNS method. Okay. Well, that... Okay, so it is also part of events, which makes it... By the sounds of it, it seems like something that's easier to get compared to other things from what I'm reading, but it's still a pain in the ass. So I probably won't bother. More importantly, the only things that we have left to do, that we need to do, is beat Cynthia and beat the Elite Four. Now, my Pokemon are just straight up not a high enough level for that yet. The highest level that I have is like level 67. Don't say it. And the rest are all much lower level. I have like a level 65 or 66, and then the other one is level 67. And just all of that means that at the end of the day, I'm gonna need to level up a bit with some things to have a team ready to actually do the Elite Four and beat Cynthia. And that's just a pain in the ass. It's a long thing that I'll have to get through, which I'm not there yet, especially because looks like I'm gonna have to farm off of Pokemon that are around level 50, which obviously, or you know, maybe a little bit high, especially if I get an Ordino. But at the very least, it's no Heart Gold Soul Silver Red situation. You know? Because that was even more brutal. I just haven't gotten around to actually just grinding out some levels. Just because I've been busy doing other things. And once I'm done with Cyberpunk and I've got like nothing else to do, it's going to be very simple to just lock in for an evening and just power grind, get a team ready, and then we'll just finish it off on stream. But that is all a very long and very long-winded way to say we're going to be starting our new project, I say. Our new game. Some of you may know. We are going to be starting Pokemon Violet. On the Switch 2 specifically, meaning the game shouldn't run like absolute garbage dog shit, which will be interesting. I also know much more about the Pokemon Violet Pokemon as well. Violent. I have a new appreciation for some of them because, as you know, there's a lot of Pokemon things that you kind of just need to let sit for a while, right? You kind of need to let some Pokemon stick with you for a bit. You need the gen to settle in a bit. You know what I mean? And I think it's done that for me, especially having watched a fair bit of the anime now. I think there's a lot more Pokemon that I have a new level, a new degree of appreciation for. That being said, I have come to genuinely just dislike Quaquaval. The other two, you know, they have their places. Skeledirge is pretty cool. Florigato, I know not everybody likes Florigato. I don't mind it personally. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. I understand the dislike of it going on 2 feet, but it is what it is. It could have been cooler, but you can. I feel like I could say that for a fair few Pokemon. Quaquaval just, I don't know, just ain't it for me. So we will be choosing a different starter. Much as I love Quaxly as a starter form, everything that follows ain't it, Chief? Oh shit, hold on. What's the update is? Oh, okay. Oops, my bad. Let me update my Switch 2 first, because I haven't done that in a bit. We can continue yapping for the time being. I should have done that earlier. Really. Oh, shit! Uh-oh. This might cause issues. I hope this doesn't cause the issue that I think it might cause. I beg. Because if this causes what I think it's gonna cause, I'm gonna cry, dude. A controller update? Those exist? Okay. Skeleton is cool, but its second form is the worst IMO. I mean, that's fair. I kind of agree. What is it called? Crocolore. Yeah, Crocolore is kind of odd. It is probably the worst of the bunch. I think I agree with you there. I think honestly, all of their base forms like work pretty okay in my mind. It's just once you get to like some of the evolutions, it's just kind of some of them just ain't it. What's this? I'm not gonna pull it up on stream specifically, just because I've already got things set up. I think I've seen stuff like this.
Is anybody home?
Who goes there?
It is me, the chosen one.
Fireball!
Classic. Fireball. Wizards and their fireballs, man. Whoa. You know what I realized? By the way, Cyberpunk released 6 years ago. That's fucking insane, right? Hey, Roku. 95 consecutive. Fuck yeah. Appreciate it as always. Hope you've had an okay day. I'm dead tired. Real. Me too. I've been trying to balance getting good sleep alongside playing Cyberpunk until like 7 or 8 in the morning, and it's not been working very well for me. One must be sacrificed. Well, like, unless I want to drift into true degeneracy and wake up at like 7 p.m., which I do not want to do. Because you got to remember that I then like I gotta close the game. I gotta wrap up some stuff, then go brush my teeth, maybe eat something before brushing my teeth, so on and so forth. It ends up like, you know. He fell asleep on Call Dylan a few days ago. Crazy. I rarely see Dylan on. I'm assuming he's either on like earlier than when I'm awake, or he's just busy. Funny thing is, what's that? are they downloading on the Nintendo GameCube Classics thing? Let me just open it up. Stalking 30 seconds before I fell asleep on call. That happens. I've fallen asleep during D&D before. Because I was just so tired. Nintendo would like to collect your console use information to improve our games. What if I don't? What if I would prefer not to? Have you thought of that? Where is this sending me? It's sending me to a page. Sign in with a QR code. No. Okay, it accepts my rejection. Turns out Nintendo is better than that one drunk guy at the bar. Okay. Let's see if the thing that I'm hoping didn't happen has happened, and if I'm going to be crying myself to sleep or not. Oh, thank God it didn't happen. Okay. Okay, so the thing that sometimes happens is there's a weird delay between the audio and my actions. If I don't turn on OBS after turning on my Switch, and because my Switch restarted, I was worried. But yeah, it was really funny though. I can imagine. Because I myself got awoken when it was like, when somebody else was like, hello, Phantom, and I was like, huh. I was like brought back from the dead. Zero brain cells, welcome in, hello. Wow, thank you, Roku. That was pretty quick. Quick on the draw. Anyway, seeing as we've more or less finished with Black and White, I think everything else that we have to do, that I personally want to do, can be done within a stream. Seeing as I'd need to grind out some levels. Why am I so low down? Here you go. Let me raise up a little bit. There you go. I felt like, you know, if I'm like this, I feel like I'm kind of like slumped down a bit in a bad position. But if I'm like this, I feel like I'm like sitting up properly. You know what I mean? Anyway, seeing as I still need to grind out some stuff and what can be wrapped up in Black and White in one stream, seeing as both of those things are true right now, I figured we might as well get started on our other project, especially because we got new stuff coming soon. So, Roku height versus everyone else's height be like, hey, don't worry. I've known people shorter than you. I think. Fast as fuck, boy. Classic. Am I gonna have to start a new game? Are there options for this? Okay, so this is the old game that we had, which I don't really want to do. We also have the DLCs. How do I start again? Is that an option? How do I restart? How does one restart Pokemon? I should have looked into this before stream, but hey. How to restart Pokemon Violet. Delete your save data via the sits. Oh, I have to delete my save data. Fuck. Okay. How much do I care about my... Do I have any shinies? Okay, I do have a shiny. I do have a shiny. Specifically Go-Goat. I think that's my only shiny, though. Can I search for shinies? Is there a shiny search? Markings? No. I think that's my only shiny. Let's look. Because I'm a be real, I do not care massively for a Go-Goat, right? At the end of the day, I can live without a shiny Go-Goat. I love how I benched this dude so quickly. 48. The moment I could get that guy gone, I did. It's a bit brutal, honestly. I didn't need to do him like that. Deserved though, TBH. They're all level 1. Did I breed them? Where am I getting level 1 snow runts from? Anyway. Yeah, it's just the go-go. Little shit doesn't even have a good nature. Anyway. Well, I guess that's what I gotta do. Let me, Thanos snap this world out of existence real quick. Oh, I might have just made a big mistake. Oh no! Wait! Uh-oh. I've made a... So... Do you guys want to hear the good news or the bad news first? Pick your poison. Hit us with the bad. I might need to wait several hours before I can play Pokemon Violet. Why? I may have pressed the wrong button. And instead of deleting save data, I just deleted data. Which, translates to... I gotta re-download the game. Oh... Fuck, what do I do now? Shit. That was my plan for today. My... That's what I cobbled together as a plan. Fuck. What do we do now, guys? This is gonna take a while. Genuinely, this is gonna take a while. I could, Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Time to grind that Moogle Trove. I low-key was just thinking, I guess I could play Final Fantasy XIV and do my dailies. That is genuinely one of the thoughts that I had. I was like, you know what? I could do it. I could just do that. Now, I'm not sure even what is on the Moogle Trove. Yeah, are you guys okay with watching some Final Fantasy tonight? Is that fine? What was the good news? Oh, the good news isn't that good news. The good news was I figured out how to delete my save data, so now we can restart. So ideally you would have asked for the good news first. So I said, "Hey, I've sorted it out. I know how to do it now." Whereas the bad news would have then been the follow-up with, "We still need to wait a while to do so." But, you know, I'm hoping Monster Hunter Rise, I guess. I guess I'll play Final Fantasy. Reset the game to Final Fantasy? Sure. Not yet, though. Give me a second. I still need to... I need to swap some things around. So we'd just be on the menu for a while. First. Fuck me, I guess, dude. Oh my god. I knew something like this would happen. I don't know why my brain completely blanked on the fact that delete data would mean a very clear thing. I was like, wait, I swear I've done this before. And I had done this before, I guess. Just deleting a different game. Goodness me. Thinking is not always my specialty. Which is surprising information given how much I overthink. You think at this point I would have gotten better at thinking. Nope. Thus is life. Overthink situations you don't need to, underthink situations you should. You gotta love it. Worst part is, my Switch is on like Wi-Fi internet rather than like actual good connected internet. So I'd need to specifically I'd specifically need to unplug my current LAN cable and plug it into my Switch, which would mean, how big is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet actually? How big? No, not how big. How big is Pokemon Violet? How many gigs is it? It's like 10 GB. Dude, I could... Okay. I... Imagine I have like some hands clasping together. I have a proposition for you guys. There is an easy solution. Okay. We can do a couple of things. There are a few ways to get out of this situation right now. One, we just live and let live. We'll hop onto Final Fantasy XIV. We'll do some daily stuff. We'll just yap for a bit. That will likely be the rest of the stream because my Wi-Fi internet connection is giga shit. And, you know, that's what it is. Or I disconnect my my LAN cable from my PC, which means I would have to briefly end stream for don't know how long. $10, 20 minutes, give or take. And just let that speed download with the LAN cable. What do we think? If I do this, I'd have to restart stream, and you guys would have no stream for another... I'd say at max 30 minutes. Or... And then we can play Pokemon Violet as intended for today's stream. Or alternatively... I just let it be, and we don't play it today. What are we thinking? Are you guys okay with like a little bit of downtime where I end stream briefly, fully download it, and then we get going? It shouldn't take long if I plug in my LAN cable. Remember kids, when in doubt, double, triple, quadruple check if needed. See, the problem was I wasn't in doubt. There was no doubt in my mind that I was doing the right thing until after I pressed the button. Sometimes you should doubt. Had I doubted for a second, it wouldn't have been an issue. So what do we think? Do I end stream briefly? Do I end stream briefly so that I can, like, quick download it? I don't know, man. You want to eat? Well, you're gonna eat regardless of what I do now. My decision doesn't have that much influence, I don't think. Which is the better option? Entirely up to you dudes. Genuinely, like... Do I want Pokemon? Fuck if I know. I am the entertainer. You are the entertained, hopefully, if all goes well. That's why I'm giving you the reins on this decision. I could just go and hop on Final Fantasy 14 right now and play a little bit. Alternatively, I could end stream for 20 minutes or so. Quickly download Pokemon Violet. And we continue after those 20 minutes and stream some... Start the Violet stream. I'm perfectly fine with doing either of the options. This is why I give you the option. Bum 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 bum. Oh. So what are we thinking? FF? FF15? Forfeit? So you just want end stream? Full stop? For the rest of the day? FF15? League terminology, not Final Fantasy. FF15 in League means you forfeit at 15 minutes. End the game and move on to the next game. Final Fantasy 14? You want me to play Final Fantasy 14? Yeah? Okie dokie. I do have some stuff to do. Ba-da-dum. Let me... Do I have everything set up properly again? Yeah, kinda. Fine, let's do some dailies. God, I can't believe I'm so dumb. I fucking deleted the game instead of my save file. Goofy ass brain. Anyway. The game, let me log on first. Because it's a whole process to get the game up and running. Why did my phone turn off? Ah, my phone is out of battery. The day keeps getting better and better. I have to wait until I can turn on my phone to get my fucking two-factor shit. What a day. What a day, huh? You pressed too fast? That's all good. Hold on. Let me change my title. What are we doing? Being dumbasses. What's up, friend? So the initial plan was to play Pokemon Violet. I got on. I was like, oh shit, yeah, right. I need to delete my old save file so we can start new. Fucking deletes the whole game. And now I have to re-download everything. Which, because my Wi-Fi internet, which is what my Switch 2 is connected to, is slow as shit, is going to take multiple hours. So we had a dilemma of either I unplug my LAN cable from my PC and plug it into my Switch so that it's a quick download, but that means I'd have to restart my stream and basically sit here for about 10-20 minutes. And then I'd have to restart the stream or just play some Final Fantasy 14 now, do some of my daily stuff, and just chill while talking to people. So it's been a day. It's been an eventful 50 minutes so far. It's been the most eventful, uneventful thing that's ever happened. How's your day been? There you go. Test. Is everything is it transmitting well? Got out of bed like 5 hours ago. Funny you should say that. It's not not that I was gonna say it's not that much worse than I am. But then again, how long ago was 5 hours ago? What time is it now? It's midnight. There's 12 minus 2, 3, 17. A little bit longer. Why the fuck am I still in Golem? Hold on, let me go back to Bryn. You're not delayed anymore? Freedom. Freedom from the delay. There you go. How long until you download? Let me see what it says right now. Okay, now it says it's showing about an hour. That's not as bad as I thought. I can potentially still start tonight. I don't know why it started off so slow. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, it's much better. It might go up and down, so it might take longer than an hour. So we'll see. But let me prep Final Fantasy 14 the UI. There you go. Here we are in Final Fantasy 14. Let's start with doing my retainers. So yeah, we can potentially play the game, Scarlet Violet in like 1 to 2 hours. Game audio is really loud right now, actually, for me, on my end. I'm not sure how it is for you guys. My headset isn't that, my audio is not that loud on my headset, but I think it's because I got music up. Sounds okay for you? That's probably... Okay, hold on. There you go. I think I've adjusted it properly. This is the Moogle that Kilos was mentioning. Does he have anything I want? Let's take a look here. Ixion I already have. Wait, Ixion? That's kind of fucked up. I grinded for... I'm joking. I'm not going to be the person like, wah! Direwolf. Okay. Maybe Easter eggs? Yeah, because it's the Easter event right now. Diamond. Do I actually care for any of these? Because that's the only reason I'd grind these, is because if I cared for any of these. But I already have almost everything. I guess the Fat Cat Parasol is pretty cute. The Miner's Earring, which is a name of all time, is the expensive one. That's fine. In a way, this person's called Love Muffin. That is an insane name. Right. Main dailies I want to do is I want to level up my summoner. We're at level 90. We're getting pretty close to level 100. So, that's what we're going to queue up for. While going to do some of the other stuff. I think at level 90, I can probably still get away with some of the Endwalker dailies giving me decent XP. So we'll start off with those, then go over to Tural. It's raining. Ew. Ew. Nope. And immediately we get a roulette. Oh, I need to summon my carbuncle. Oops. It's gonna be real awkward if I start trying to cast shit without my carbuncle. Let's see. Oh shit, we got Doma Castle? This one bangs. Big pull. He's given us the warning already. Let's do this. Here we go. You'd love to see it. I'm assuming he's gonna just keep running here too. But how's everybody's day been? We all chilling on this fine Friday. I guess for some people it's now Saturday. But you know. Oh, hold on. I guess I can just beam this guy here. That over here worried about how hot it will get later. Is it hot season? Oh. This is not good. We're all about to die. The healer did not keep up. Summer just started. Do you guys not have in-between seasons? Is it just summer and winter? Oh shit, there they come. Holy moly. Wait, I have to summon my carbuncle again. There's summer, wet season, and dry season. But not summer. Interesting. How hot does it typically get for summer in your region? $28 last time? Okay, that's pretty okay. You're in the attic, so it's pretty warm. That's fair. My room becomes very hot as well, largely just because I have my PC in here, which translates to just it being a sauna, basically. Such as the problem of... I was going to say high-end PCs, but nowadays it's most PCs that just superheat everything. It's this fucking oven. If you play during the daytime, yeah. Kind of same thing here. There are certain games that I generally like to avoid playing in the summer just because it gets really hot in my room if I'm not careful. Though that's much less of an issue now that I have a portable aircon in my room, which I like to use in the summer. Only thing I gotta look out for is it overflowing with water. So I have to take a step away from gaming every now and again to pour out the water. Because almost every room has functioning AC. Not mine. Ha 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 ha. Yay. Which, I mean, even then, it's not that bad. Largely because there's like repeated issues where for some reason a lot of the AC stuff have like weird leakage issues. going on. And sometimes you have like water coming out just because I guess some of the piping wasn't done well in the house. So it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to have some on-demand AC without needing to worry about the water in my room. Would be very pleasant, but it is what it is. At least I have portable AC. That's something others can't say. Connect them to a hose. I mean, that's what it is within the wall, right? There's like essentially a hose within the wall, like a pipe. But the way they were set up, for some reason, there's a blockage somewhere sometimes. Meaning some things can leak. Though I think it's more or less sorted out now. It definitely was an issue like a while back. And I don't even have an AC in my room. I would actively need to have one built in. And God knows how long that takes. And I'd rather just spend my time actively, like, I don't know, gaming or something. I'm gonna get hit by that in the face. Get drilled into your wall, yeah. And then they'd have to like reactivate the pipes that are there. And it would probably mean that I couldn't do much in my room for a day. And it's not worth the effort. I have my portable one. It works. It does its job. Only sad thing is about the portable one is it doesn't have enough pump power to have anything like go upwards, if that makes sense. Like, it can't pump out the water. It has to like trickle out. So I usually have like a specific bottle / bucket for it, like a jug that I pour it into, and then I can bring the jug down and, I don't know, water the garden with it or some shit, right? Something convenient. And yeah. Free water, stealing it from the air. Probably wouldn't drink it though. I mean, depends. You know, in a scenario that for whatever reason we don't have any water being supplied to us, but we still have electricity, hey, we can probably just get that water and just boil it or some shit and put it through something. Boil the water. Get some cloth to like sift it through or some shit. Survival. Only issues when it overflows and then floods my room, which has happened once. But that's back when I used something else. A much more much smaller container. Now I even have a fail-safe because I have like a mop bucket as well. So I have the jug, and then the jug is placed within the mop bucket. And then there you go. If it overflows into one, it'll go into the other, which I have more than enough time to adjust. It's a bit more annoying because the jug is pretty heavy, or the mop bucket is larger, and if there's water in both, it's very heavy because, surprise, surprise, water is very heavy. If you've never handled moving water about before, it's a pain in the ass. But you know. Beggars can't be choosers. Hoping the attic is so hard because of the water. I think a lot of people like massively underestimate, like, unless you've like lugged around massive bottles of water, or like jugs of water that are like 10, 20 liters. A lot of people don't get like just how much of a pain in the ass it is to move them around. Especially because water heavy is not the same as solid heavy. Water heavy is even worse because it moves within. So there's like extra resistance when you move it around. I'd much rather carry around something that is solid in 20 kilos than 20 liters of water. Awful. So it acts as a dehumidifier? Yeah, basically. That is in part what it does. Because it gets the air and just, you know, makes it cold, and water is a byproduct of that. So I imagine there's some dehumidifying process that's part of it. Very humid here. Oh, so it's really funny because you'd have days where it sorts itself out within, like, the water gets full within like a couple of hours, and I'd have to give it a change every like 2 hours or so. Or when it's very dry, that shit can be running like almost all day without much of an issue. It really is quite dependent on the weather and how humid it is, which I find quite amusing. Not so much when I've only left it running for like an hour or so and it's already full, and I have to deal with that. But like, you know, as a concept, it's quite funny. Oh, good for your books. I guess humid where you live and humid where I live is also quite different. Just because, especially in Spain, there are some areas that are quite arid, meaning it's almost desert-like in some areas. It's not full-on desert, but it's pretty close to it. So it can get very dry. Where I live, for example, there's always a big visual difference between if it's been dry or not, because the area will either be green or just completely like brown, yellow, white from it just being that dry. I remember there was a time not long ago that we went for almost 2 years without proper rainfall. We go together. And instead it, you know, it was like kind of concerning because like, what happens if we don't get water? You know, we don't have too much of it. Yeah. How do you guys get water? Oh, there's oceans around and stuff. And reservoirs and stuff. It's not common for it to go that long without properly raining. We did have some rain, but it didn't restore the reserves that well. Die! But yeah, it's not uncommon to go longer periods of time here without proper rain. Also, there's other parts of the country that do get much more rain. But yeah. Die! I like underground water sources like wells. Generally there are a fair few wells, yeah, but we have some reservoirs as well. Largely also because fires are a big problem here. Obviously, dry area with some woodland. If you live in California in the US, you'll know how great of a combination dry hot temperature is with with the lack of rain and forests and stuff. So I remember like years ago, there was a really big fire near where I lived. Could see it from my balcony. When it was like at its worst, we'd go up on our balcony and kind of just watch because the horizon was just glowing. It was very bizarre. Knew a couple of friends who had to actually evacuate their houses. Freaky shit is, the fire stopped like quite literally right before their house, which was very convenient. But yeah, that was a whole ordeal. Do I queue up for anything else? I don't know, honestly. I can queue up for a trial, why not? As we do some of these. But yeah, no, we do have some underground sources, generally speaking, probably more on an industrial scale rather than it being like the local well or something, though some really old villages will have some wells and stuff. Generally speaking, we don't get our water from wells, right? At the end of the day, it's a, you know, very well-developed country, surprisingly. So in some areas. Though it depends where you are. In Spain, because you have some areas of Spain that are quite poor. I don't really live in that area. Generally speaking, coastal Spain is does quite well for itself. Obviously not gonna go too much into detail about where. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're not supposed to know. But yeah, coastal Spain is one of the some of the areas of Spain that make the most money aside from the actual capital city. Going through the last story beats in Sunbreak to think all that stuff with Malzeno was just the intro for Geismagorn. Well, at least I figure it has to be the last story beats. Yeah, you're close to the end. Yeah, Geismagorn and the whole Malzeno thing is really sick, actually. I quite enjoyed that bit. Not this fight. Not the Whirl Eater. Goodness me. But inland Spain, especially south inland Spain, is quite poor in some areas. You have some like deserted towns and stuff in some areas. Just because, you know, you have an aging population and a lot of people move to go to some cities and stuff instead of a random ass village where they can't really make a living. And you'll have some borderline abandoned towns and stuff. With maybe like an old person living in a house or something like that. That's just sticking there out of, you know, I guess stubbornness. Which I get that, you know. I think I'll probably be quite stubborn when I'm old too. But that's not the case where I am. You get the occasional abandoned house when you go out to like a bit away from some towns and cities and stuff, but nothing extreme. It's not like you get abandoned houses practically everywhere, right? And it's kind of akin to that. It's quite interesting because if you've been to Spain, you'll know. Spain was one of the European countries that got hit really hard by the big 2008 recession. So there were long periods of time where you'd have some massive abandoned building projects and stuff everywhere because suddenly all the money ran out and, you know, they had to focus things elsewhere so that you know, things stay afloat. And for a long time living here, they never really dealt with... hold on. I want to attack this thing. Wait. Reflect damage dealt by magic attacks. Yeah, I want to hit this thing. Okay. No! Bollocks. Stop aiming it elsewhere. There you go. What was I saying? Yeah, and for a long time you'd have lots of projects that didn't have any actual conclusion to them, which was kind of sad to see. However, now Spain's actually got a fair bit more money, at least in my areas that I've seen, and you have suddenly in some towns where I'm living, like entire neighborhoods are like appearing that are just getting built and stuff, which is crazy, right? Because I don't travel around too much. I kind of just stay at my house most of the time. There you go. I mostly stay at my house. And I go out when I need to, but like beyond that, you know, I don't travel around too much. So when I get back outside and I get to see some stuff again, it's really bizarre. It's really bizarre to see. We're gonna wipe it, by the way. Things just appear. 10K. I don't think anybody can actually live this. I was gonna say maybe somebody can live this. No, I don't think so. See, I'm yapping to people. What are they doing? How are you doing, Kilos? You playing? Was it Plate? Wait, what were you playing? Is it Plate Up, or was that somebody else? Plate Up with Brio. How goes the plate shit then? Hair washed. We clean. Oh god. The tanks are new. Both of them. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Please, tank! Hit them! There you go. Chocolate whipped cream. Whoa. Chocolate whipped cream. Can't say I've had that before. How do you get cancelled for not giving somebody milk? That's crazy. Pretty yummy. I've always wanted to like whipped cream, but I never really did. I'd always like fake liking it, if that makes sense. Like, this probably sounds like nonsensical, but we'd have whipped cream like in the fridge, and I'd eat some, and I'm like, yummy. But it was in reality just kind of alright, because my big sister liked it, and I was like, oh yeah, me too, and I ate it, and I was like, it's alright. But I don't want to be weird, so I'm gonna like it too. Even though I didn't really like it that much. You know what I mean? I was like really small. I was like, how old must I have been? Somewhere between like 5 and 8. What do we do next? Let's queue MSQ. That gives the big rewards. That gives the big XP. 11 minutes, good. That works for me. You know what's been really bizarre? You know how your taste buds shift and stuff? When I was little, I used to hate lasagna. Genuinely hated it. Would not eat it. But now, like, I don't know, for a couple of years, like, yeah, a couple of years, I finally tried it again, and I really like it now. Now, that's been one of the most intense, like the most clear example of, like, taste buds shifting, because that was so weird. Having that moment of realization of, like, wait, this actually slaps. Why did I hate it? I know, as a kid, I hated lasagna. But now actually giving it another go not long ago is like, wow. Why did I hate it? Because I didn't like the taste. And I didn't like the texture either, which, you know, but yeah, why, you know, why did I hate it? I didn't think it tasted good. I did not enjoy eating it. There is no deeper reason. It was yucky in my mind. Obviously, that's no longer the case, but like at the time, not a fan. Oh, for context, Fran, by the way, Cal just has his laptop on. He's probably asleep. I like to eat steak rare at the age of 6. I still don't really like steak. You can, you know, sue me. I am not a massive fan of steak. I've had some expensive steaks, and I don't know, man. I need more individual flavor from it. I can tolerate some steaks. I definitely need sauce, though. Some people who are like, oh no, you're supposed to eat it without the sauce. You are a strange person. Who are you? It's like, I don't know, people who are like, oh yes, I love the taste of this alcohol. And you taste it and it's just pain. Or like people who are like, oh yeah, I like spicy. And you taste it and there's no flavor in that spice. It is just spicy for the sake of spicy. I get enjoying spicy food that has some flavor to it, but this is just heat. Who are you fooling here? You've deluded yourself into liking this just because you like the idea of liking it rather than actively liking it. And I'm sure people who specifically like steak with nothing else, just pure steak, are the same way. Or a lot of them are. Some people probably like it because they like it. Because, you know, that's how taste buds are. But you're posing, you know? You're a poser. You don't really like it. You like the idea of liking it, you know? Though I have that same opinion of a lot of alcohols. Some of which I'd get in trouble if I said, voiced my opinion. But if you know, you know. I look for it, but I don't think I've had steak in 5 years. Sheesh. Steak, truffle, pasta? Truffle pasta, oh. I've never been much of a mushroom person, actually. I've foraged for mushrooms and stuff, so make no mistake, it's not a matter of, oh, you just don't like cheap mushrooms. No, I don't like mushrooms. I've gone out into the woods and got them myself, and I still don't like them. But it's, you know, family tradition. When we lived back in Germany, go out in the woods, get some mushrooms and stuff. But I just don't like them. In my mind, Now, I understand this might just be my taste buds, but to me, even if they're like store-bought, so it's not just a wild mushroom thing, but it's like anytime I've had any mushroom, I can always taste a hint of like piss in it. Which I'm sure some people are gonna go, that's insane. What are you on about? I swear I taste it. I swear. And on top of that, not to mention that the texture of mushrooms is also awful. It's some slimy shit in your mouth. I don't like it. More of a cocktail person? Yeah. If I don't drink much, right? It's not like it's like, oh, I don't touch alcohol. But like, I don't like the feeling of being drunk, and most alcoholic beverages taste like ass to me. So I generally don't really drink much at all. But when I do drink, it's specifically things that taste good to me. I have to like the taste. Which is very different from a lot of people I know. I have a lot of people around me that really like drinking. I just can't really get into it much. Anytime I drink anything, it ruins my evening. Genuinely. Tipsy is like a nice place to be. Early tipsiness, that's the prime spot. Anything beyond that, and I start feeling like garbage. It could very well be I might just have an alcohol intolerance, because I've had instances where I've drank a form of spirit before. Be it like vodka or something. And I just felt super nauseous the rest of the night. So I may have some form of alcohol intolerance or something like that. But really, like, anytime I actually drink, it's awful. Let me take a sip of... Do I still have tea? I still have some tea. Thank you for the hydrate, Brio. Hold on me. Salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, then rosemary, thyme, while basting it with butter. The whole recipe here. Holy shit. The big drinking. I just realized, are you chugging Coca-Cola in that? What does that say? Hold on, I'm gonna go upside down real quick. Is that Coca-Colos? Would you get in trouble if it's an alcoholic beverage as an emote? Actually, that like against guidelines? You have a mushroom app to identify them? But I get it. There are mushrooms that I don't like because they're slimy and just taste like fungus. You were a very picky eater as a child, but your mum made you eat food even if you didn't like it much, or else I wasn't allowed to eat, leave the dinner table. See, my parents tried doing that. I would just stay at the dinner table. So they eventually kind of gave up with me at some point because I just wouldn't eat when I was little. If I didn't have what I didn't like, I wouldn't eat. Straight up. How did you accidentally delete Pokemon? So I was trying to delete my save data for Pokemon Violet. And instead of clicking delete save data, I clicked delete data, which ended up in the game being uninstalled. Do I want to see my eye makeup? Sure. I'm not the best at discerning makeup, but if you wanted to show me, I'm down. That once, but I ended up sitting at the table for like the whole day. I did not move at all. I probably did shit like that, like a lot. Another concern was just that as a kid, especially, I was quite underweight. Didn't help that I was a picky eater, but mainly because I had crazy quick metabolism. Still have very high metabolism. And at the time it was much more. So I was quite underweight for a lot of my childhood. And it got to the point where my parents just decided it's not worth it to try and be stubborn here and not have him eat stuff he doesn't want, because it would just end up with him being in the hospital. So they just got what I liked in large quantities, and that kept me alive, I guess. It was a time period where I basically lived off of like chicken nuggets and stuff. Eye makeup. Oh, that's pretty cool. Going for the star look. What did you send me, Kilos? What is that? What am I looking at? I haven't taken a direct look, but what is that? I guess that's something I can take a look at when we're like in a cutscene. Basically on strike, yeah. Like I have no direct recollection. I just know I've just heard stories. Then later, apparently, my school actually asked my parents if they needed help financially because they thought they couldn't feed me. Damn. I need to ask if anything like that was asked, or not. Chicken nugget addiction sounds like a certain snack I know. Yeah, I had my set foods. It was like this, I eat, nothing else. Obviously not much the case anymore. I'm still picky, but like, I'll give things a good go, right? And if I don't like it, I'll still try and finish it, right? But yeah. Now you want nuggets? Just get them. SMH. Go to your local McDonald's that is open at 1 a.m. It's a very simple thing, really. Holy shit! I'm gonna get railed by this explosive, aren't I?
This
Wait, did I dodge it? I
Kilos
dodged
gifted
it.
a tier 1 sub to Briofowicz. They have given 7 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Kilos, to Brio. You are free of the ads. Wasn't that picky compared to most kids? Just remember, parents and friends really wanted me to eat the things I don't like, even today. Oh yeah, same. There's certain foods that I just kind of just don't like. Tomatoes are some of them. I'm fine with tomato sauce. Actual piece of tomato, never liked them. I just don't like the taste. Was a wild meow mix boy band made of cat's ad? What? Oh, let me see. What did Kilo send me? Is this something I should watch and stream? What is this? What am I looking at? It's safe? Okay, hold on. I'm always shocked. Absolute, absolute. Instead of absolute cinema, this is like absolute ass. Dude, what is Can somebody... Welcome in, Pixel Phantom. Why? Okay. Can I ask why, like, super religious people are, like, super excited for AI stuff? It's really bizarre. I see so many of these, like, most of them can't art. It's just so bizarre. Because I feel like if you are a devout person of God, I feel like AI would be against some, like, that'd be verging on some stuff you'd consider blasphemous, no? Or at least you'd think so. Right? Just saw the fit. Oh, my character's fit? Oh, the bodyguard outfit. You mean? Yeah, I often use that when I don't know what I want to run on a character. It also works because it, like, the color matches already my, like, hair scheme, so. Was that earlier? A lot of tomatoes, same. Also know that it is uncommon, but not a fan of strawberries. I'm okay on them. I'm, like, neutral on them. I won't go out of my way to eat one. Allows them to bend stuff in a way that they want to see it. And just for religious people, for anyone who wants stuff to be a certain way. Yeah. Hello? No! Bring me back! No! Let me in! Is this a server thing or is it just me? Got sundered, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, dude, if I were to, like, create a religious dogma, I feel like wait, is there an issue with, like, actual Final Fantasy 14 right now? Or was this me? Like, I would make it so that, like, AI is, like, an affront to God, no? You're still on? It might just be me then. I feel like, okay, we've only got a couple of minutes before Pokemon Violet is done downloading anyway, so we can just continue yapping for now. But, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's one of those things that I personally would just be like, oh, yeah, it is the work, the evil machine, you know what I mean? I guess that's my inner Warhammer enjoyer side speaking. I say enjoyer. I feel oftentimes like kind of a fraud because most of my Warhammer knowledge just comes from moments of interest that I begin searching through. I haven't actually read any of the books, nor have I, like... I guess I've played some Warhammer games, but, like, I haven't really gone out of my way to, I haven't really gone out of my way to, read any of the books, play the actual tabletop stuff. You know? Hold on, I should probably still try and log in to finish that. Hold on, let me see. What's up, Ray? Yeah, videos with Jesus talking to the viewers is so weird. Oh yeah. I feel like that has to be blasphemous, right? Like, I'm not a religious person by any sense of it, right? But that has to be low-key blasphemous, no? Or even high-key in some instances. High-key, yeah. Oh yeah, it's just... What is this? Oh, it is a machine recreation of a person you consider at their lowest statute a prophet. On average, definitely the chosen one of God, and even more depending on what branch of Christianity you believe in. And you're out there like straight up like, you know, but was his mouth for centuries, they don't care. I get that, right? But it's still like, it's insane to me because with AI, it's so blatant. You know what I mean? Because that feels at least like unholy and like in all of the senses. And they saying God's name in vain is already a no-no. Then is for sure an unbelievable sign of disrespect, right? Holy shit. Hype train. Thank you, Kilos. Alright, I'm logging in now. Yeah. Like I said, like I'm far from a religious person. Not because I, you know, have a personal vendetta against or anything. I'm not like a staunch doesn't exist kind of guy. You know, I think everybody kind of has a right to decide for themselves what truth exists for them. But like it is so bizarre seeing, I don't know. There's a fair few things I could say, but I probably shouldn't. Not on stream. But I'm sure that goes probably for most people. I think the logic there is can't be flooded again if we use up all the water. True. Kind of creepy, yeah. Just repurpose Dollhouse into an altar for God. I see. Well, I mean that's kind of like a Filipino thing, right? I know I've heard stories of a lot of Filipinos being very religious. Which is funny because like over here in Europe, you know? Yeah, there's people, especially older people who are quite religious, but it's like, you know, It's kind of treated as like, oh yeah, that's, you know, that's my religion. Anyway. Obviously, that's not the case for every single area. You know, you can probably list out some areas where it's not the case. But, like, generally speaking. They fucking took away. No, I have to run all the way over now. Oh, no, dude. They stole my shit. Oh, hell, dude. Ah! Anyway. I know. I think you want us to just start divorce court? You can teleport. Calling it divorce court is insane. Let's see. Gotta love being stuck in these cutscenes for like 10 hours, dude. Cool thing is we'll be able to do Pokemon after this, I think. Ah! That is an awful tweet to read. Hey, Kilos, you want to see the most awful tweet in existence? Or most awful reply in existence to a tweet? Yeah. This is what you get for sending me the Jesus K-pop AI stuff. Enjoy bleaching your eyes. Enjoy that cursed information. Worse than the RE Sherry one? Which one was that again? Hold on. Did you send in our DMs? I gotta assess this now. I'm about to be TP'd in, so that works. It's probably along that vein. Because it is an uncomfortable truth of the world. Unfortunately. That feels very uncomfortable to read, but there's technically nothing illegal about what is said. Hold on. I can send it to you too, so you can suffer with us. There you go. Suffer as we have with this newfound information. I do have shortcast. I really could have just pressed there. Where else am I going to use it, you know? Oh well. Second one hurts more than the first one? Yeah, the second one is the one that's supposed to be the messed up one, yeah. Because the first one is like, ooh. The second one is like, ah! Boom. I think the most insane thing about aging is that it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like a given, but like the thought that the moment every time you think, damn, this makes me feel old, the realization of That will only increase with time. There will never be a moment where you don't think that. Whenever you hear stuff like that, and in fact, it's gonna be more intense and more true each time. That's one of the crazy things, I think. Is the genuine inescapableness of that sense. He looks hot. You thirsting over my Final Fantasy XIV character? Get out of here. No. Okay, yeah, that is probably worse. I remember it now. That is horrible, yeah. Oh, that's that. Ew. Get it out of here, dude. Still love the mental picture I had during M11 runs of your Dark Knight just getting hit by the wave because of all the armor on, he just doesn't get pushed at all. True. That's exactly what happens. Oh, shut up, Sid. La 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 la. Never did I exactly have him because your arm sling was needed for later. It depends on which part I needed to do. If I was red, then yeah, I would still pop it. But if I was blue, unfortunately, I was the only one getting pushed. Like, you can have the tweet erased from your memory and never seen again. If you let centipedes crawl on you, I take that deal. I guess it depends on the centipedes. Some centipedes are chill. Some of them are bitey bastards, and it hurts a lot. M10S is one of those fights I'd probably do again for fun. It's an enjoyable fight. If things go right, yeah. The replies are even worse. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Twitter is just a place that I've decided most of the time it's not worth looking at the replies. Because even on the off chance that it's replies that align with your opinion, they are often expressed in such a way that you kind of wish it wasn't your opinion. You know what I mean? Either it's stuff that you will piss you off, or it's stuff that will piss you off despite it being stuff that you agree with. There is no winning with Twitter. It's the Homelander meme. It's like when you agree with someone's opinion, but they say it in such a way that you dislike it anyway, or whatever the hell it is. One of the replies, like Leon. Well, the replies of, man, that means you hate X thing. Yeah. You don't like this, ergo you don't like this now. It's the classic waffle or pancakes, and I'm like, waffles. Oh, so you fucking hate pancakes? But yeah, such as things. There is no nuance in life. There's only A or B, and you're only ever fully A or fully B. remember that, I guess. I like both waffles and pancakes. I just like how waffles have little squares and I can fill fully with maple syrup like a kid and no one can judge me for it. See, that I never did.
Only a man of power can rightly steer.
I like my waffles mainly with like powdered sugar. That's my go-to.
That one truth will prove its salvation.
But I get it.
Champion of Eorzea.
Only sit still in absolutes. Ironically enough, that in itself is an absolute.
Of my readiness to rule.
Ah.
It is only right that I should take your realm. For none among you has the power to stop me.
Good night, Roku. Have a good rest. Catch you some other time. Dun, 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 dun. I'm already in a good place. I don't need to adjust. Dylan. Wait. No damage. Easy peasy. Scholarful Prey is a little cheating. You kind of just not have to do anything. Is it just AFK mode? Silver of War Spam. And to be fair, they're a Sprout. Let me see. How much a Sprout? Highest level is 72. Oh no, 91 as a Gunbreaker. But you know, still quite fresh, I'd say. So, fair enough, you know? Can I hit both? There you go. There you go. Did he still shoot off? They did do. Interesting. 18 damage. That almost killed me. I'm on the verge of death. How much health does he have? Like, can't have like much health at all. Yeah, 2%. There you go. Well, we really didn't seem made for with Scholar Mind, at least current Scholar. I can see that. Necrotize. What the hell? Hey, just in time to hand stuff in and get things wrapped up for now. Uah. I'm lost. There you go. Very nice. No more ults. AR is so boring to do for the third time. That's on you guys. That's on you guys for like being like, oh, I wanna make an ult. You could not get me into that position myself, personally. Okay. Do. Let me just double check. My retainers. There you go. Send them off on their voyage once more. Grade 7 Vitality Alcahest. Okay. I don't do anything with that. Anyway, time to log out. Ba-da-bam. Okay, let's see here. How are we doing on the update, or the download, should I say? Because, alright, seems to be done. Seems to be all good. Let me set up my setup once more to be in the right position. Good God. Because now I do want to kind of just play it. You know what I mean? Like, typically I would have not done this because we're already pretty late in. But now I want to play it because I've been downloading it for a while now. And, you know, it was a lot shorter than I thought it would have been. So, you know what? We take this. Internet wasn't as garbage as I was concerned with. We live those. We're chilling. Ah! Put me back. There you go. I just accidentally moved my position in my chat stuff. Stop it! Stop it! Stop. Dude, I swear to... Ooh, I swear to God. I don't get why my Windows is trying to be smart and be like, hey, do you wanna attach this to here? Do you wanna attach this window here? And then make this... fuck off. Oh my God. Oh, do you wanna snap it onto this? You wanna size up the screen to this area? No. Let me press things by myself. I don't need you. I'm a do my own thing. So piss off. You know? I hate it when technology tries to be smarter than it is. And then gives you no way to tell it to piss off. Or at least no easy way to tell it to piss off. Unless you want to go into the deep settings and tinker with some things for like a decade. And then you have a part, like a a small solution to the issue for about a week before there's like some sort of system update that magically undoes all the settings you did to fix stuff. So now it's like, again. Jeez, dude. Would you like to use AI to think for you in the most basic concepts? Yes? Well, yes. Yeah. I had to specifically tell my PC that I do not give a shit about Copilot and I do not want it. I actually like, this is like, are you sure you don't want to have it on? Yes! Piss off. No means no. Keep trying to enable a voice thing. That's insane, dude. Okay, hold on. Okay, hopefully this goes well now. Aha! English. Sick, okay. It worked. Want your GUI to be a GUI and nothing else? Stop it Windows 11? Yeah. As always, we'll try and make like us, I think. What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Alright, off you go. Have you changed the category yet? I have not, actually. Oh my god, why are we high? Hello? Okay, there you go. I used to forget that some haircuts in this just aren't great. Oh my god. Wait, why is our skin tone like much lighter now suddenly? Oh, they're like different colors on like they're like different on my one monitor. This is a lot darker than it is on my other monitor. This is bizarre. Whoa, like the game. Sorry. I'm 90% sure I did this exact same joke when I initially played the game too. Like the exact joke. I think we had like, what did we have last time? I think probably something like close to this. Sure, you know what? We'll go with the basic ass haircut. Fine. Oh, we can adjust more. Okay. Right. We can look a little high. Sure, that seems fine. Shame that you can't have them like be different colors. This is like freaky as fuck looking. Total dark. You can have some cool eyes, honestly. Turns out said monitor wasn't exactly bright. Yeah, my left-hand monitor is much brighter than my right-hand monitor, looks like. Which is bizarre because in a lot of games that I play, That's like one of the issues that I face. Don't. Let's go for multicolor as well. Nah, I don't know. Total Dark is also pretty good. But if I'm trying to make me, it doesn't work as much. I guess we can go with purple. Weeple. And we can just keep that normal. Yeah, we can color these too. Yeah, that works. Remember playing Modern Warfare 2019 campaign and streaming it to some friends at the time. It's a campaign with some very missions where legit couldn't see anything, but the stream they could see stuff fine. Thought it was going insane. Yeah, that's actually the case of some things for me as well. I usually have to make things brighter on my stream in the game settings than I would typically do, because it turns out on my, just have it be black, I think. Oh no, that's too dark. I guess we can just match it. Because as it turns out, my monitor is better at displaying things visually than it does on the actual stream for some reason. Sure. G-spot. Now we're good. Freckles. Now we're good. Oh, are we just... Hold on. Can we go back? Ah. How about back? I kind of want to... How dark is this now, then? What does it look like on my phone? I think I'm just right in between the two, which is inconvenient. But sure, we'll just go with this. Whatever. We already know the settings that we want, so we can just kind of zoom through this. Color contacts. That's okay. I completely forgot which ones we ended up going with. We went like purple, right? Lavender probably fits better to some of the other things that we have here. Didn't have any of these. Eyelash color. That works out. Right. And when was the reason you got your second monitor? Yeah, it is pretty nice being able to just kind of adjust things on the fly if need be. Alright, there you go. Sure. This is because the game has garbage haircuts. Uva Academy. Grapes is what that means. Grape Academy. How's the audio, by the way? Leading the way into the future while valuing our individuality. It's time for you too to dive into the world of Pokemon. Director Clavel, head of Uva Academy. Paldea is a sprawling region, bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. Yeah. It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. It always cracks me up that they have to explain what Pokemon are each game. It's like somebody explaining, we share our world with these weird mystical beings known as animals. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. Pokemon can be found living all over. In the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon, as both help one another to live and thrive. Uva Academy is here to help you learn even more than these precious partners. More about these precious partners? I don't know. With our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. Ew, why is Muck so gloopy here? As Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle, growing alongside them. While our robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It is within these halls that you will find your true... We, the faculty and staff at Uva Academy, can't wait to welcome you with open arms. Pokemon Violet. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, the windmill! Dude, we gotta go visit that windmill for kilos. Who's running low on battery? Splash. Squawkabilly. Get up. I don't wanna. Oh my god. That's terrifying. Oh my god. I guess you can clip the camera into the walls here. Your bag and hat are hanging here, but it's not time to get ready yet. Oh look, a Nintendo Switch. This one's got a bigger screen. Mancha. What's up, little dude? Mother! What doest thou? Good morning, Phantom. Oh, already in your uniform and everything? Well, it is your first day at your new school, after all. I'm so excited for you. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Their words, not mine. Apparently there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived. Ding dong! Maybe that's the very thing we're waiting for. Phantom, get the door, would you? No. I'm hungry. New fridge you bought when you moved. There are sandwich ingredients in it. Then let me have some. To love when they put a Wii in your room, but the Pokemon game couldn't even be played on the Wii. True, actually, yeah. My town. It's a little shit. Wait, we have a little bed for it too? Wait, that's actually really cute. Squovit's bed. There are jewel stains on it. Ew. And there's the little substitute, of course. Do forgive the intrusion. Fuck, I didn't let you in yet. You can't just do that. You're Master Phantom, yes? On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents. Also, for my delay in introducing myself. You can't just ring the doorbell, wait 10 seconds, and go like, I'll go in anyway. Hello? I'm the director of Uva Academy. You may call me Mr. Clabble. The director? And you came in person to help my son with his first day? Well, there are bigger issues here. Well, I am responsible for the entire academy, including any failures on its part. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have already been delivered to you. Which starter? Well, I know which one we're not doing. Goodness, you really needn't have. Ultra formal mum. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? No need to trouble yourself. Phantom, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Why don't you head back up to your room and finish getting ready for school? You need your bag and your hat as well. Why do I need my hat? Now, Mr. Clavel, you simply must join me for a cuppa. This way. Are we canonically English? Based? Unbased? How can I refuse such a kind offer? Are we originally from Galar? Is that where Squovit is from? Or is Squovit from this gen? I never remember. Hold on. Okay, no, it is. Oh, it is. So I guess we are from Galar. Canonically. Maybe? That feels like the implication, especially if you call it a cuppa. You're very much from a certain region in the world. And put on your hat and grab your bag. Yeah, I don't need the hat. Come on now. Goofy little hat. You can press the X button to open the main menu. You select the save option from this menu to save the progress you've made on your adventure so far. When you open up your bag, you'll find some key items inside, including your adventure guide. Check it out whenever you want to review handy tips, like these that you receive along your adventure. Wow! We do have the DLC, which I don't own, but I do plan on manual. Okay. I do plan on doing that down the line. Give nicknames. Oh. I'm gonna say off. I'm gonna be real. I usually don't like giving nicknames. Camera distance. Oh, I can go further away. Not here though. Alright, you guys done? Come on now. Oh, just look at you. All ready for your big first day. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh gracious, how very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I've something else for you, Master Phantom. A most important thing. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? Okay. I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director out and see, shall we? Right then, dear Pokemon. Time to come out of your Pokeballs. There they are. We provide each student entering the academy a Pokemon of their own. I'll ask you to choose which among these three you'd like to have as your partner. Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. This dumbass. Fuecoco, the fire crow Pokemon. And Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Pomp. In the anime it goes, Quaxley, Quaxley. They're all very good company. Why they usually refuse to even leave my side. What's this? So it turns out they're more interested in you, Master Phantom, than familiar old me. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. I'll be at the house just over there. Take your time with your decision, and then come find me once your mind is made up. Now, if you'll excuse me, until next we meet. What a mannerly fellow that director of yours is. These three are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. I'll take this opportunity to walk about with these little ones to get to know them. I'm sure they have lots to teach you. Oh, but before you go, I got you a little something to celebrate your big day. Take it with you if you're going out on your own. A phone! You put the Rotom phone in your bag. OMG Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, yup. What's up, Ace of Spades? It's a brand new phone. According to the instructions, you can check the map app by pressing the Y button. It'll help keep you from getting lost, so take good care of your new gadget, okay? Now off you go, have fun! Pokemon at some point, they just learn how to make 1,000,000 Rotom, yeah. Head to your house down the way. Or to the house. Yep. Yeah. Ooh. There you go, that's the zoom. Weasel in the water? We can't reach that. Right. Come on, you little shits. Back in my day, there was one that we didn't even know if it was real or not. Yeah. What do you want? What are you doing? What's up? I did not want to interact with you. Get away from me. Okay, you are just strange. Leave me be. Oh. What'd you find? Okay, I'm just getting a feel for some of the buttons. Cabo Poco. Little cape. There he is. Oh, there you go. power of science. Power of science is amazing. If you connect with friends, you can head out on adventures together. Up to 4 of you at a time. Ah, yes, science that allows people meeting up. Welcome, this is Cabo Poco. It's not much, just a little pinch of community, but it's home. Right, that's the sneak button. Okay. Gone! Vanished! Oh. Quaxly's up in the water. I wonder if it's a water type. Sprigatito in the flowers. I wonder if it's a grass type. For Coco loves oranges. I wonder if it's a grass type. Okay. Okay, there you go. There's the fire. Can you shiny hunt these three? I think. Are you these three's trainer? Not quite. Master Phantom has yet to make his choice, you see. I do wonder which of them he will choose as his first Pokemon. Which indeed. Now, Buenas, we haven't met, have we? For this game, no. I must say, I wasn't expecting to see you here quite so soon. For most modern games, you can't shiny hunt the starters anymore, actually, I think. Hang on, Director. Is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Master Phantom. He will be attending as of today. So you're that kid who moved up in the road, moved in up the road. I've been dying to find out more about you. I'm Nimona. Normally I live in the school dorms, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? No. Yes. Love the enthusiasm. We're gonna get along just fine. Ms. Nimona is president of our school student council and a champion-ranked trainer in her own right. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. Easy now. You two will be in the same class. So you'll have plenty of time to battle later. And get to know one another better, of course. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates? Nice! We'll be able to battle all we want. On that note, Master Phantom. Have you decided which of these Pokemon you would like to be your first partner? I guess you just go up to them and talk to the one you want, right? Why did it get brighter? This is Sprigatito, a grass-type Pokemon. It can use plant powers to soak up whatever water you throw at it. Okay, I guess that's one way to say it, though that gives off a weird impression. Would you like to go with our good grass-type Pokemon Sprigatito here? Let's look more. Okay, so the cloud disappears when I do... Okay, no, it reappears now. Pom. That's Quaxly, a water-type Pokemon. May seem quiet, but its mighty streams of water can put out any fire, you'll see. Would you like to go with our good water-type Pokemon Quaxly here? No. And that's a final no, too. That's for Coco, a fire-type Pokemon. The burning hot sparks it scatters will fry any and all plants in a flash. Would you like to go with our good fire-type Pokemon for Coco here? No. Okay. So my question, my decision will be between two Pokemon here. Sprigatito and for Coco. In the past, when I originally played this game, I went for Quaxly. Because I think out of the starting designs, I like Quaxly a lot. And I was like, yeah. That being said, I do not like its evolutions even a bit. I think some of the ugly, probably the ugliest starter I have seen. In my opinion. So, you know. The question is, Who do I go between Sprigatito, Spiritatito, Sprigatito, or Fuecoco? I think they're both good choices. Both are strong Pokemon in their own right. Sprigatito. Okay, hold on. Actually, it's a good question. Pokemon Violet Pokedex. Low-key, I want to see what fire types exist here. Because that's... As somebody who started playing back in... whose main first game, I guess, that I actively played, being Platinum, I'm a little bit... Cerulege does exist. That's a good point. Scovillain. Not really, not gonna go Scovillain. I could go Volcarona, but I do play... I use Volcarona a lot. In like my non-online game stuff. I do a bunch of that. Better question is there any grass types that I specifically want? Definitely not Scovillain or Cacturn. Tropius, nope. Brambleghast is pretty cool, but not really. Go-Goat, no thank you. Soulsbuck, no. Leafeon is pretty cool, but I don't want to go for that one. Breloom is really good for catching Pokemon. Lilligant does also exist, but I'm not really going to go for that. Nor do I like the apple evolutions. Serena, don't know how good that Pokemon is, actually. Never really went with that one, truth be told. Arboliva, I do not care for Arboliva, so... That's a no to that one. Yeah, I think, honestly... Meowscarada is probably, like... my go-to here. And rare is the scenario that I choose a grass type. So, you know what? Let's go with Sprigatito. As much as I do like Skeledirge, if I get Skeledirge, that means I probably shouldn't really go for a Pokemon like Cerulege, which I do really like, because they're the exact same typing. And no matter what, you know, we definitely do probably want to get either an Armarouge or Cerulege, just because they're both cool Pokemon. And regardless, they're both fire types and would occupy the same slot as Skeledirge. So, to that end... let's just go with Sprigatito. Sprigatito. Would you like, yes, I would. Aw. You chose Sprigatito. Would you like to give Sprigatito a lick name? No. Nickname? No. No! Okay, whatever. I accidentally double pressed. Oh, that's actually really cute. Gives a little kiss on the forehead. Sprigatito seems to have taken quite a liking to you, Master Phantom. As your first Pokemon, yes? Please raise it with love and care. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. Phantom, I can't believe you actually chose Sprigatito. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you. You two make such a good combo. Can I choose one of these Pokemon too, Direct Clavel? Oh, but did you not receive a Pokemon when you entered the Academy in Snowmona? Not back then, no. I had other Pokemon I was focused on raising at the time. But I want to raise a new Pokemon alongside Phantom while he raises his own new partner. Indeed, a rather splendid idea. Wish to raise one of these Pokemon on equal footing with Master Phantom here? I shall be more than happy to allow it. Yes! If I'm just Sprigatito, I'll go for this little one. Nice to meet you, Quaxley. Welcome to the team. Coward! Use the one that's strong against me. Come on now. Alright then. Now that we've chosen our Pokemon, we have to battle. I'll be waiting for you down at the beach. Come join me when you're ready. As you may have noticed, Miss Nemona is a tad overly fond of Pokemon battling. But I do hope you'll join her for a battle. It will help you get to know your own Pokemon as well. Why is it so quiet? Baller! A potion! Potion seller. I'm going into battle and I need your strongest potions. Over here. You cannot handle my strongest potions. Anyone can be a Pokemon trainer as long as they have Pokemon by their side. And it's our duty as trainers to help our Pokemon grow stronger through each battle. So, you ready to battle me, Phantom? Yes. Perfecto! I'm so excited for this battle. I think I'll use Miss Nemona. I trust you remember that Master Phantom is wholly inexperienced in Pokemon battling. Yeah, that's what she thinks. That's what he thinks. Whoops, good call, Director. I was about to send out one of my usual partners right off the bat. Okay, that might have been an issue, though. Because Sprigatito's not experienced in battle. Because I'll take this chance to try on my new buddy instead. Come on, Phantom. Let's have us a fruitful battle. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Nemona. Yippee! I know this is your first Pokemon battle, so let's just have some fun. Alright. Obviously, we'll want to go for Leafage here. Must have been studying up. Smart move. Grass is strong against water. We gotta see our Sprigatito's nature. Level 6. Wow, not bad, neighbor. $300 dues. We're rich. Look at you winning your first battle ever. You've gotten even more potential than I thought. You're going to be a strong trainer for sure. But now I want to try a different strategy. Let's go again. Just one more battle. Master Phantom and his Sprigatito are surely weary already from that last battle. Ah, sorry, I kind of got caught up in all the excitement. I'm really sorry, Phantom. Same to your Sprigatito too. Don't worry about it. Let's battle again soon. Oh, definitely. We'll definitely battle more. You two seem to be becoming fast friends, though you've only just met. Can I count on you to take your new schoolmate here under your wing, Miss Nemona? I'm sure you can learn a great deal from a champion-ranked trainer such as yourself. You bet, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Since you're new to training Pokemon, there's an app you definitely need. You have a smartphone, right? Let me see it for a sec. The Pokédex app has been added to your Rotom phone. Back in my day, the Pokédex was a rare thing handed to you by the Pokemon professor. Now it's an app. Pokédex will automatically register any Pokemon you catch. It's a must-have for Pokemon trainers. It's a super handy app. Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jacques, actually made it himself. Back in my day, we used ordinary paper and handwritten notes to compile our Pokédexes. It's quite the age we live in now. Ooh, filling out a Pokédex by hand? Can't even imagine how much work that would take. Oh, no, I suppose you can't. He's being a smug old man. No matter how much the times may change, the wonder of meeting new Pokemon never does. That is truly a timeless pleasure. And the more Pokemon that you encounter, the more you'll find yourself growing and changing. Hope you will both work hard toward the goal of completing your own Pokédexes. Now, Miss Nemona, I do still have a few matters to discuss with your parents. Could I depend on you to see Master Phantom to the academy? You'd be doing me quite the favor. Of course, leave it to me. And I leave him in your capable hands. Right, little one, it's time you and I are on our way. Maybe I ought to make a little more time to work on my Pokédex along with all my battling. Alright, speaking of Pokédexes, Phantom, you've probably never caught a wild Pokemon, right? I'll show you the ropes before I take you to the academy. Come with me. And off she goes. Right, auto heal. Yada yada yada. Let's take a look at our Sprigatito. Speed up, attack down. Shit! It wants to attack, doesn't it? Well, mints exist in this, fortunately, right? We just have to find a mint. I think. I guess we'll just be kind of useless. And no, it doesn't make that much of a difference, honestly, unless you want to do actual competitive fights. But still. Mother! Oh, Phantom. Hey, that Nemona here will be taking you to school. That's right, Mom. Leave it to me. So you've already managed to make a new friend. And I read about all the wonderful teachers you'll have looking after you at school. Plus, so many handy facilities you can use as much as you like. Add in your new friend, Nemona, and it sounds like your school life is shaping up to be fantastic. Now, you'll be staying in the school dorms, so I want you to promise me you'll eat proper meals. Here's a bit of spending money to start off with. I also packed lunch for your first day. Let's fucking go! You put a sandwich from Mum made in your bag's key pocket. Between two pieces of bread, it makes a fantastic meal when out on a picnic. Oh? And maybe you better take these too. 5 potions. Put the potions in your bag medicines pocket. Use them on that precious little partner of yours should it get hurt in battle. I know every day in your new life is going to be full of exciting experiences. Far from home, like that one Pokemon, like that one Spider-Man movie. Just try and savor them all, the good times and the hard times too. But if you ever want to come back home, you know your bed is always ready for you. All right, all right then. You two had better head off. I suppose. Take care of the new. Take care on the way to school. I always forget how much reading there is in the beginning of Pokemon games. Mother's so nice, Phantom. Oh, but I was going to teach you how to catch wild Pokemon. Come on, vamos. This way. God, she covered that distance very quickly. She's zooming. Pogo Path. All right, this here is Pogo Path. It's a path that leads to adventure for you and me. Out here, things are different than in town. You're gonna see wild Pokemon out and about. They'll be on the path and in the grass and such. Get too close to one and you'll have to battle. But you've got Sprigatito for that, right? And if you want to try and catch a Pokemon, you gotta use a good old Pokeball. I've got tons. Have a few. Here you go. Oink, oink. Oh, what luck. Time for some learning by doing. Try battling this Lechonk, Phantom. No. Use Leafage. It's shaking its ass at us. Kill it. Oh, what's this? Oh, all right, our defense is down. So I guess you can just kill it by the looks of it. Fine, let's just complete the tutorial. Lechonk was cool. Lechonk's data has been added to the Pokedex. Has been added to your party. I'm not a big fan of Lechonk, personally. Oh, that was awesome. You caught the very first Pokemon you went for. I'm crummy when it comes to actually catching Pokemon. Maybe you should give me tips. Anyway, have some more Pokeballs just in case. Not every catch works. Which is ironic to say because I think in this area, catches are 100%. Look in the Pokemon, then throw the Pokeball. Remember that and you'll be fine. Now go! Battle those wild Pokemon and catch some of them. Let's meet up back at the lighthouse over there. You can see our school from the top. Lechonk hair. And a Pokeball. Let's see. We're about to get tackled. What's up, Lucario? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So we can kind of see here already what we're getting. I think a good start would be a Fletchling and a Pawmi, maybe, to like actually catch. There you go. How am I doing? I'm doing good. What about you? Yeah, let's test that out. I think everything in the first route has 100% catch rate. Yeah, there you go. The camera's glitched into the floor. Learn bite. Crunch. There we go. We've got a Fletchling. We should probably still fight the other Pokemon as well, just so that we have them in our Pokedex. But there you go. I also wanted Pawmi. There was one over here. There it is. Little guy. You good? Hell yeah. I look cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pokeball. Go. What's my favorite Pokemon? Not sure if I really have a favorite per se. I have a couple that are like among my favorites. The most basic favorite that I have is probably Gengar. But I do like other Pokemon as well. Let me pull up my list. Empoleon, Garchomp, Umbreon, Smagius, Darkrai, Dialga, Giratina. Oh, those are some of my favorites. You can see me as a Garchomp fan. I like a lot of dragon types actually. I'm an enjoyer. I'm actually covering the. There you go. Ooh. It's probably gonna outspeed us now. Yeah. crunch. Fletchling high enough to actually go now? Sure, let's do a little bit. Give me your shiny gift and an egg. That's very kind of you, but you don't need to. I appreciate that though. It's very nice of you. There you go. I think it's just the this little dude here, right? Can I fight you? Oh, I guess I'm fighting a Lechonk. Put a Pokemon magazine with 10 posters and 6 cards. You got your first Mimikyu card. Oh hell yeah! It keeps trying to lower my defense, but it doesn't work. There you go. Very nice. Quick attack. That's not bad. Can I... Am I too short? There you go. I guess we just catch one like this then. Oh, okay, okay. I guess that works that way. Around, chilla. There you go. The one Frigibax fan. Welcome in. They're pretty good. We're just kind of beginning this playthrough. I have played through Scarlet and Violet before. It's just that, you know, it was on the Switch one when it released. And back then, obviously, it left a lot to be desired. So we're just trying it again. Now that we are on, now that I have a Switch 2, you know? Revive. So I'm okay with... No, it's fine. I prefer to, like, you know... I prefer to go through, Pokemon, like, you know, catch 'em out and things and stuff, you know? Makes it feel more personal. Hey, Bantam. Getting a hang of how to catch Pokemon, okay? Yeah. Let me see. So far, you've caught... I don't know, man. Whoa, what was that? Never heard that kind of cry before. Could be some strong Pokemon or something. I say we find whatever made that cry. Let's take a look around. Just be careful. There's a kind of unsafe cave not far from here, so steer clear. And I know your Rotom phone can help you help keep you safe, but watch your step by these cliffs anyway. Find the source of the mysterious cry. I wonder what caused this sound. Probably move Spiritita back in front for now. Oh, Super Potion, nice. I've seen the new Pokemon series on Netflix. Pokemon Horizons. I have watched a fair bit. I think I'm actually further ahead than what the Netflix is. Because I actually watched the Japanese version. Though I haven't watched any episodes in a couple of weeks, so. A little bit behind, I suppose. Alright. I have to say, I enjoyed watching. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Lucario, by the way. I did enjoy the series more than I thought I would. So I have to continue at some point. Maybe I'll do that after stream. Make myself some food, watch some more episodes. Huh? Oh my god. Oh, we're dead. GG. Scared them away. What's up, little dude? Or big dude? Oh. It's hungry. The serious Pokemon seems to be too weak to move. Maybe you can give it something to help it perk up. Yeah, have my guide adventure, my adventure guide, or my Rotom phone. I think you'd love eating those. I have my sandwich, fine. He kind of has a toothless thing going on with his face, you know what I mean? But I'd actually kill for a sandwich right now. Yeah! Look at it go. Yes! Oh. Holy. I'm still not entirely fond of, like, the whole, you know, robot Pokemon thing, personally. I think as a design, it is... If you remove those themes, it's a cool... Like, if you remove the whole robot thing, it's pretty cool. But, yeah, I don't know. Mechanical Pokemon have never been my kind of thing. And, like, not so far as this. It just, like, kind of clashes a bit with my, like, idea of Pokemon. Oh, yeah, Phantom! God. They make it really Spanish in this, I forgot. There you are, Phantom. You okay? You're not hurt, right? I'm fine. Thank goodness. I was really worried. You'd gotten hurt because I said we should go looking for whatever made that cry. Now, never mind that. Right now, we've got to focus on getting you back up here. Just gotta find some way to climb out of there. If you can get close enough, I'll try pulling you up with one of my Pokemon's moves. What's that Pokemon in front of you? It looks super whatever. Kind of seems like it's waiting for you. Oh. Whoa, that was amazing. That Pokemon might be as strong as mine, maybe even stronger. Uh-oh. Oh, Young Goose. What's up, little dude? Let's beat him up. Leaf Edge. Got him. Nice and levels. Chonglun, Disarming Voice. A fairy type move. Not bad. Piglet! Let's just beat it for now. Not sure if I want a Diglett. Alright, level up for Fletchling. Any others in here that we want to like capture or something like that? But we can go down. Hold on. It do go down. Ah! A ball. Oh my god. Favorite Pokemon? We just talked about this earlier, actually. Some of my favorites include... Uh-oh. Some of my favorites include... I forgot how many Houndooms there are. Good god. Houndour? Houndoom is the evolution, I think. Gengar is the basic answer that I can give, but I really like Garchomp as well. I also really like Empoleon. That was my first level 100 Pokemon. Mismagius is really cool. Darkrai, Dialga, Giratina. Glaceon is really cool as well. Mimikyu. Umbreon, obviously, as well. Let me through. Oh my gosh, it straight up pulverized that rock. Wonder what that move was, man. I want to see it up close. Oh, look, something's coming. Most confusing starter? Behind you, it's behind you. How so? Boom. Uh-oh. Sprigatito! Uh-oh. You can't find an opening to swap Pokemon. Uh-oh. Use Crunch. I couldn't even choose an attack. Smack. The army of Houndours too. Look at them. Use Discharge. You'll get all of them at once. Oh, yoink. Hey! Up here, quick! Just picked me up. Way to go! For a second I thought you were both goners. It's a crazy thing to say. Huh? And it's low on juice again. Whoa, what's wrong? Maybe use up all its power? What is this Pokemon anyway? Kind of looks like a Cyclizar, but I've never seen one quite like this before. Now it looks so different from a minute ago. You think it's okay? Hard to say. You can't tell either, huh, Phantom? Well, all that aside, I'm seriously glad to have you back here in one piece. You know, that battle down there was really something. Goodness, this fella looked perfectly in sync facing down that Houndoom. That what it looked like? What? You didn't even tell it what to do? Guess it's not like you're this Pokemon's trainer yet, huh? good. Looks like it's perked up a little. Do you know that, do you think this fella was the one making that mysterious cry we heard before? Oh man, oh man, oh man. The more I look at this Pokemon, the more mysterious it seems. If you do become its trainer, you gotta let me battle against it. Let's exchange numbers so we can get in touch if we somehow get separated again. And here, this will let you teach your Pokemon a move to help it battle stronger opponents. Swift. It doesn't miss. Think before you use it, though. TMs can only be used once. Oh, so they go back to singular uses in this. Interesting. Ugh. I hope they don't do that again. I think you should just have the TM rather than it being like a single use. You've been through enough for a minute. I think we better take a breather. Let's just get to the lighthouse. That'll be a good spot to relax. All right. Here we can get, I guess it shows the Houndours down there. We can get a Happiny as well. Anyway, let's continue. I think it's probably up a bit. Who is that? Who's this guy? Why that little? What are you doing out here? I'm not talking to you two. You can shove off. Wait, I know you. Aren't you Arven? You're enrolled in the humanities track, right? Aren't you the son of that Pokemon researcher, Professor Turo? Doesn't matter who my dad is. Real issues what in the world this Pokemon is doing out here. And what is with this form it's in? I'm headed at the bottom of this cliff. See, we heard this strange cry and we tried to investigate, but Phantom fell off a cliff. That Pokemon saved him, but it seems like it wore itself out in the process. It got kind of slumpy afterwards. But you should have seen it before. It looked totally different. It was unbelievably strong. Well, yeah, as it should be. But it can't fight while it's like this. The form Miraidon takes in battle, that's its true form. Miraidon? Is that this what Pokemon's name? How'd you know it? I guess. You can't go in the lab, it's locked. I don't remember ever seeing you around, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too. Do you? Miraidon isn't the sort of Pokemon that any old trainer can hope to command. It's special. Special how? What sort of Pokemon is it? You think you're up to ordering Miraidon around? Then how about I test your worthiness? Yes. Well, look at you. Quite the little go-getter. I've been feeling all that sorts, so I'm gonna use this battle to blast these doldrums away. You're challenged by Pokemon trainer Arven. Throwing out a Squirtle. Sprigatito! These memories are leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I want it gone. Alright. Down to business. Fortunately, it seems we're out damaging the Squirtle. And there you have it. That's his whole team. Seems you know a thing or two about battle. Seems you need one or two more Pokemon, buddy. Wow, Phantom, that was awesome. I guess I wasn't ever going to stand a chance using some Pokemon I'd only just caught. But if you really think you can take Miraidon off my hands for me, you'll need this. The Pokeball that Brute's been kept in. You obtain Miraidon's Pokeball. You put Miraidon's Pokeball in your bag's key item pocket. See, okay, I like the idea of getting to know the legendary early. therefore making it make more sense for you to be the one to like capture it. I think the way that they do, for example, Zacian and Zamazenta are pretty cool, but I think, for example, the Miraidon, I think it's a little bit too simple. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's too like immediate. I need some extra stuff to be built around it. You know what I mean? Some extra mystery, because all that mystery feels kind of gone the moment you just almost immediately have it. Obviously, you don't have it, but you know. Pokeball that can hold the mysterious Pokemon known as Miraidon. A boy named Arvin gave it to you. So why do you have it? Anyway, that thing's your problem now, not mine. Good luck. What? Oh yeah,
Battery 70%.
Thank you, battery lady. Can you not hear me? There you go. Fine, be that way. What a weirdo. Hey. Want some head pats? Oh, you just went in. I guess it just likes me a lot more than it likes him. That Arvin guy definitely knows more than he's letting on. Next time, he and I are battling. I'm gonna wring some answers out of him. Good luck with that. But, alright, we're gonna climb the lighthouse. Can't wait to show you the view of our school. I guess we've got to climb up. La 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 la. South Province, Area 1. Wow! Look, Phantom. That's Messagosa. Wow! And that huge building with the Pokeball on it is our school. It's beautiful and blurry in the distance there. It's gonna be so great having you in the same class, Phantom. I'm looking forward to it. Right? I can't wait to get back. I'm gonna get to learn so much and battle so much. Isn't it awesome what you can see from up here? Mountains, forests, grasslands. Beautiful nature stuff as far as the eye can see. And you know what? Waiting for you all, you know what's waiting for you all over those natural spaces? Tons of Pokemon. Consider this me officially telling you, welcome to Paldea. But anyway, like you can see, it's kind of a hike to get to school from here. You see it. Let's make it to Los Platos for starters. That's right on the way. Oh, come on. That's what I'm wondering. What makes Empoleon confusing? I think the idea that they're trying to say is that Empoleon is one of those Pokemon that move-wise feels like the devs didn't really know exactly what they wanted to do with it. And that's a fair opinion to have. I think Empoleon definitely has some weird design choices. Especially with, for example, its typing. It's a water steel type, yet it doesn't have that many great steel type moves. Its best option for the most part being Metal Claw. Which isn't that great. You know? I forget though, it's been a long time since I've actively like used an Empoleon. Is it a special attacker or a standard attacker? One. Is it a physical attacker? It is. Oh no, it's a special attacker. Okay, there you go. By a fair bit. Does it learn Flash Cannon? Yeah, so the weird thing is... Wait, actually... Yeah, its only steel type move that it knows is Metal Claw. the only move that it knows. And a lot of its moves that it learns specifically are like physical moves as well. Which is a bit awkward considering that it seems to be a special attacker. Bubble Beam is pretty good for it though. But I think like if it learned like Flash Cannon, it'd be better. Does it learn Ice Beam? One of your favorite starters, but you never really got to play it before? Does it get Ice Beam? It doesn't get Ice Beam. It gets Mist. South Province. That's a Weasel. Hey, let's battle. Sure. If you talk to a Pokemon trainer like me, it means we're gonna battle. What? I never agreed to this. You challenged by young Stallion. Tarantula. It's gonna string shot me, isn't it? Oh no, Struggle Bug. Okay. But I think the confusing part about Empoleon is that a lot of things just don't make sense to it. With its move learn set and its stat distribution. It's a good Water Steel type. A Water Steel type, I think it's like the only, like one of the only Water Steel types in the game. And it has some things, but it's just, the problem is it's super slow. 60 speed is not amazing. Oh, got an Azurill here. Should we grab ourselves an Azurill? Yeah, it is the only Water Steel type at the moment. They might add another one, we'll see. But you know, its stat distribution is like a choice. Its slow speed combined with its weird moveset just ends up making it kind of weird to use. So I can kind of get what the Frigibanks fan was saying about being the most confusing starter, because there's no like real clear goal of like what you should do with Empoleon, you know? Or how you should build it. Which I get. It's it getting Defiant is pretty cool though. That's pretty good, at least. As a hidden ability, at least. That puts him some work. But then again, it's weird. Defiant is a weird choice, largely because Empoleon seems to be more of a special attacker rather than a physical attacker, which is another instance of it being a bit strange. So I completely get why some people aren't massive fans of Empoleon's design, should I say. Where is this Gimmighoul? I can hear it. Is it underneath? That's why I think Empoleon is one of those Pokemon that could theoretically have a really good time if it Mega Evolves. Because if they adjust some things around, they could do a fair bit of work for it. Hey, bud. Give me a cool coin. Yippee! We fought a Buizel already? What was our Pokedex? I always forget what button it is. Here you go. Alright. Have we fought a Buizel? We've not. Let's go find a Buizel. Buizel's cool. I like Buizel. I say as I murder it. Very nice. Hone Claws. Nah, you're fine without Hone Claws, I think. Oh! Really? Or dealing. But that's why I'm so sad that we didn't get any Mega Evolutions. Or, what's it called? For Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Because I think all three of the Sinnoh starters could have gotten really cool things out of Megas. So I hope we revisit all of them at some point and let them get like something. Because they do deserve it. In my mind. Routes! Ooh. Having a Gardevoir would be kind of big. I think we'll just need to throw a ball at it and hope for the best. Knowing routes. Yes! That's big. Gardevoir is just such a nice Pokemon to have. Genuinely. And low-key, one of the Pokemon that is starting to become one of my favorites. Gardevoir's like a lot of the times like one of those Pokemon that I initially was much more of a Gallade fan. In the past. But I don't know, I've come around to liking Gardevoir. Don't know why. Fido! That's a fairy type, I think. Lots of fairy types available quite early, which is intriguing. This is awful. Lick. Ew. I'm normal though, so okay. Oh, I mean it is a dog. I guess Lick makes sense as a move. You know what? I get it. Fair enough. But nice to be able to catch that routes early. Huge. And we learned Ember. That's big. That gives us another tool to use against. Oh, there's a Magikarp there. Gyarados could be a pick here. Honestly. We do already have Azumarill. Though, I do think we might be able to cook a bit with the Gyarados. I'm just concerned that I accidentally recreate my Legend Z18. If I'm not careful. You know what I mean? Let's just capture a Magikarp for now. It's obviously kind of a useless Pokemon to have anyway. Until level 15. Even then it's kind of useless anyway. In reality, you kind of just want to get it to level 20. I think that's when it evolves. Because Gyarados is an incredibly strong Pokemon. It's one of those Pokemon that I think is, if you're a bit new to Pokemon, Gyarados is gonna make your life a lot easier. If that makes sense. What is that? Oh! What are you guys? Reason being... God, there's a lot of Pokemon early. That's nice. Level 20... Oh, okay. It's like level 10 Wooper. Let's just throw a ball at you. I'm curious to see if that just works. Sweet. Yeah, it looks like as long as we're still in the beginning area, most of these things have 100% catch rate, which is nice. Poison Ground. Very good combination, actually. Though, unfortunately, I don't think it gets rid of the ground type weakness. The ground type weakness remains because ground is neutral to itself. Igglybuff! Look at this little guy. Haha! Now we use Ember because you use your defense curl. Okay, probably. Okay, we're just gonna keep using Ember. I definitely want to try and find every Pokemon. Echoed Voice and Charge. How many moves does it have? Thunder Shock, Quick Attack, Growl, Scratch. Scratch. I mean, there's no point in having Scratch when you have Quick Attack, right? Quick Attack is just better. Chewtle! Let's go grab one. Oh no, let's fight it, should I say, not grab one. No real need, I think. We're okay with our current Pokemon. We get Rats on the team. Maybe Magikarp. Yeah, I guess. As much as I like the idea of having an Azumarill, because I've never actually run an Azumarill. Oh, hey. We'll go back to fight that trainer, actually. Oh, yeah, Phantom, over here. What's up? This here's a Pokemon Center. You can come here and take care of a lot of things related to your Pokemon. But I'll leave the explanations to the pros here. Happy to be of service, and welcome to the Pokemon Center. I'm here to keep everyone's Pokemon healthy. Here on my left is the Pokemon counter. You can buy things like Pokeballs and potions. Hello, we accept payment both in cash and in LP, League Points. That is, 1 LP is worth 1 Pokédollar. And this right here is the technical machine. TM machine for short. It's your ticket to making TMs, which you can use to teach moves to your Pokemon. You need to pay LP and supply the machine with materials that Pokemon drop. LP comes in handy both at these machines and at stores. I've got a lot. Here, have some. Damn, we're rolling in it. Oh yeah, and have some of these too. Thanks, Nemona. At the Union Circle, you can connect with some trainers to find yourself some adventuring companions. Come visit us at the Pokemon Center anytime you need any help. We will, thanks. Remember, had a rough adventure? Go to the Pokemon Center. Sometimes you have to know this sort of stuff for quizzes. Cool. But mnemonics help out. Here's another one. Are you ready? Then let's go. Goofy, sure, but it helps you remember that you can lead Pokemon out with the R button. That way you can have Pokemon that's walking and you go picking up. All right. The auto battling system. Honestly, kind of convenient. I kind of like it. There you go. But did I say register my birthday? Yeah, here you go. Enter your birth month. Okay, it's doing month first. Birthday, 15. The 15th of June is my birthday. How do you accidentally delete Pokemon? I wanted to clear my previous information. However, I clicked clear data rather than clear user data. So, yeah. We had to reinstall. How you doing, Sid? Alright, I forgot we can just access our box from the get-go. This is definitely a nice change for current stuff. And get rid of the chunk here, I think. The Magikarp is kind of useless as a Pokemon right now. That's fine. Six hours of sleep. Was about to sleep, going for a record. 6 hours of sleep. But I cannot function under 7 hours. If you can beat me, I'll tell you a cool secret. I think I already know what your secret is. I'd hate your sleep. I can imagine, dude. Hearing people be like, "Oh yeah, I only got like 3 hours of sleep." Oh, I genuinely don't function. My brain lags so much. Who be telling you that? Most of my sleep-deprived friends are telling me that that's how much they sleep roughly. So you tell me. Oh. You jumped the gun and now you exposed yourself. Congratulations. I gotta say, game definitely much nicer at 60 FPS. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thought that that would be a large component? Anyway, let's go grab this here. Gives us Endure. Not that great of a move, so, you know. Pick Berry. Or Pecha Berry? Because I guess the Pokemon is called Pecharunt. Hey, Gimmighoul. The same thing about Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2? Yeah. Also, I think it objectively renders more Pokemon too, if I'm not mistaken, which is, I guess it makes sense. But you know, got more render distance and whatnot. Oh my god, I almost didn't see you. It still doesn't look amazing, but it's a long shot better than the normal Switch version for sure. And I'm kind of excited to actually give it a shot. Again. And this time I'm probably going to follow and finish it. Or can I not just jump off? Come on now. I also know how better to listen out for shinies. I know in my Legend ZA playthrough, I know for a fact I've missed about 3 shinies. 3 plus, at least. Odds are they were probably all, like, birds. But, like, I heard the sound, and I was like, I wonder what that sound is. Until somebody, like, I watched a video where it was like, oh, that's the shiny sound. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's what it is? Damn. My bad. So, you know. Oh, hi. Actually, that reminds me. What are the stats of our Magikarp? Special attacks up, speed down. That's a bit unfortunate. We would probably want a different Magikarp. Let's just capture this one, see if he's any better. Or she, I guess. He's a lady. Doot. Speed down again. What's this obsession with giving me slow Magikarps? What is this? Ah! You know what? I'm beating you up. Kill it, Sprigatito. You fool, Defense Curl will do nothing against my Leafage. Since it's a special attack, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Let's level up for Zuriel. Igglybuff fluff. Some butt fluff. What are you doing here? Right. You're just... Okay, you're just here. I forget, can you actually just capture Pokemon in towns? Is that a thing that happens? I think we're probably going to rock this team for now. Though we do have some overlapping typings. Oh, we have emotes and change your outfit. Yes, please. Oh, we got like different uniforms? Oh, shit. It is spring right now, so we can rock the spring outfit. Let me get rid of the hat, though. Oh, there's a cap? There's a helmet? Can I have none of them? Thank you. Okay. I know you can get, like, different cases. School gloves? No, we're good. Holy shit, my fingernails are light. Here we go, that's better. We'll leave those. Gem names Fluff. Fluffaloof. It turns into Pummeluff. Which is a dangerous... It's a dangerous name, honestly. It's a letter away from being something very different. Which is kind of funny. Knuddleluff, yes. I was like, what? I forgot what the last evolution was. There it is. Anyway, before we get going to continue, I think it's probably a good place to leave it. Because it is about 3:15 in the morning now. So... I figure I should probably go to rest. Especially because I think we got D&D tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe? Hold on. Yeah, it looks like Saturday. Which is now today for me. So I should leave it off here. Okie dokie. All right, you're talking to people. Okay. Let's go save. This has been an eventful start. I think we've got the makings of a pretty decent team here. God of War, Talonflame, Hormot, Magikarp. Well, you know, Gyarados. What are we missing here? We've got a Dark type. Fletchling will definitely serve its purpose until we get like a different type. But yeah, no, that's a good spread, honestly. Ironically enough, Miraidon slots in pretty well there. But yeah, we're gonna leave it here. Don't want to burn myself out too much on this game just yet, especially because we'll be returning back to Pokemon Black, at least to finish off some final things. We got that still to take care of. Mainly, well, the Elite Four, predominantly. The final Sage. And Cynthia. So, you know, we got a little bit left. Not a lot. Most of these things I need to level up for, though. Which is why we didn't do Pokemon Black today, is because the experience would just be grinding rather than actually like trying new stuff, playing through, and you know. But yeah. Let's see here. Thank you, dudes, so much for chilling with me today. We've got a couple of places we could go to. Oryx is live right now. Playing Resident Evil 5 with Magikarp. You know what? That's a good place to go. You know what? Let's head on over there. I can raid either of them. Hold on. When was the last time I raided Oryx? Oryx last time was... Okay. Raided Oryx twice. And... I always forget that Magikarp isn't Magikarp on Twitch anymore. Okay. I'm gonna send you into Oryx's. There you go. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for chilling. I apologize for the delay on the Pokemon. That is entirely my fault. User error. So let's... We'll be able to play more cleanly next time. I don't think we'll be able to do... I think we'll probably do more Pokemon tomorrow. More Pokemon Violet. If I do go live after... after D&D. We'll see how long it takes and how stupid I am with going to sleep. And yeah. We'll base it off of that. But we'll probably be doing some more Pokemon Violet before I go over and do finish off Pokemon Black. But we should be there soon. Anyway. This is the raid message. This is the raid message if you are subbed. This is the Discord, which you should absolutely be a part of, especially if you want to see more streams. And these are the socials. Definitely sub to me on YouTube, because that way you can get VODs that you would have missed otherwise. However, that's it from me for today. I will catch you in the next stream. Until then, stay safe, love you dudes, and as always, have a good one.